Do you know why your breath smells? Have you ever found yourself in a conversation with someone and then suddenly you discover how the person moves away or just put their hand across their nose? Or maybe you are the one that actually does the same thing. You're discussing with somebody, but suddenly you step back and then you just move your face to the side just because you are perceiving an odor that is not pleasant. And surprisingly, you'll be surprised that maybe the person just brushed their mouth probably an hour ago. So, why does your breath smell even after brushing? Imagine that you've just brushed and then in the next few minutes you just blow a breeze in your hand and you smell the hand and then suddenly you find an unpleasant odor lingering in your mouth. Why does this happen? The truth is, bad breath is not something you can fix easily. This bad breath we're talking about is what is called halitosis. And it's not about just the brushing, the flossing. All these things are very good for oral hygiene. But you need to do more than that. For you to keep bad breath at bay, you need to inculcate into your lifestyle certain habits, natural habits as it were, that can help you have fresh breath, if not all the time, most of the time. Now, watch this. One thing you need to understand why your breath smells is because your tongue is a breeding ground for bacteria. You see, most people focus on their teeth when they brush, but they don't realize that the tongue is a major source of bad breath. Because on the surface of our tongues, we have grooves, we have crevices that can trap food particles. And such that when these food particles eventually get bad, they decompose and they become bacteria. And once these bacteria are generated in the tongue, the mouth will smell. So these bacteria I'm talking about, they produce volatile sulfur compounds. These volatile sulfur compounds, which we call VSCs, are the ones that are responsible for the foul smelling that are associated with bad breath. So even if you brush your teeth thoroughly, but you fail to clean your tongue, you will definitely experience bad breath. Another thing that creates bad breath has to do with your dry mouth. When I mean dry mouth, anytime you find out that your mouth is dry, I want you to just do the experiment. Blow air or just wheeze into your palm like that, and you smell it. You will find out that odor will be pretty offensive, because when your mouth is dry, bacteria will multiply. The reason being that the saliva actually plays a crucial role in maintaining oral health. It helps to wash away food debris, it helps to neutralize acids, and keep the bacteria under control. So when your mouth is dry, in other words, you don't have saliva in your mouth, bacteria will definitely multiply. Because when that saliva is less in your mouth, a condition which you know is known as dry mouth or xerostomia will be formed. This xerostomia is such that bacteria multiply because there's no saliva in your mouth. And the only way you can have more saliva in your mouth is to ensure that your mouth is lubricated with water. You should drink more water. Because if you take soft drinks or you take alcohol, it's going to dry up. So your mouth will still end up being dry. And then the bacteria will multiply. Now, another aspect is this. Why do you have bad breath? It's because bacteria, they hide between your teeth. You see, brushing alone does not remove all the food particles and the plaque within your teeth. You'll find tiny bits of food that are lodged in between your teeth. So if these food particles are not removed, they become a food source for bacteria. And once they get these small particles, they feed on it and the bacteria multiplies. And that's the reason why you need not only to brush the front of your teeth, you brush the back of your teeth. At the same time, where you need to use the dental floss, you use it to clean your teeth. Another reason why you have bad breath, or why people have bad breath, is that the foods they eat can actually create bad breath. There are some foods that engender multiplication of bacteria in your mouth. And once this bacteria is multiplied in your mouth, there's a tendency for you to experience bad breath. Why? This food you eat, mostly they are food that have strong smells. Strong smelling foods like garlic, onions, or spices that contain sulfur compounds. And once they enter the bloodstream, you will eventually exhale them through your lungs. And then what happens? You will experience bad breath. Dairy products also, like milk, can also contribute to bad breath because the bacteria in the mouth will break down the amino acid in the milk and then they will produce unpleasant odors. And then a diet that is very high in protein and low in carbohydrates can lead to ketosis. That's a metabolic state that can actually create foul breath. I believe that some of the ideas I've shared with you will give you understanding why you may be experiencing bad breath. If you want to know what to do to solve this bad breath, especially maybe you are somebody who is eating garlic, eating a lot of onions or foods that are rich in sulfur, I will encourage you to click on the bio link, and then you will have access to more information that will help you to get rid of this bad breath. Because this bad breath has actually affected relationships. It has broken relationships. It has caused some people to lose their jobs. It has caused some people to lose contracts just because the other party were not comfortable dealing with someone who could not keep basic personal hygiene. So there are various natural remedies that can help you. So I will encourage you to subscribe to this channel. At the same time, I will also encourage you to click on the link, and get more information that will help you a great deal. I hope you have really been blessed. Thank you very, very, very much.